Welcome to my channel. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. We're going to get into this conversation today because it's pretty disturbing. All of the events surrounding the murder of Migos artist Takeoff. And I'm going to go in today. I don't mean to offend anybody. This live is for educational purposes. I'm not going to say entertainment because this is not entertainment. This is not entertainment. This is educational purposes. I'm not holding my tongue, and I'm going to speak my piece. We all have the right to our opinions. If you have something you want to say, just let me know. I'll let you get on the panel. But I'm about to go in about this. Um, Hold on.
My bad, I forgot to mention. Through the pandemic, we was still running up chicken, whipping that shit in the kitchen. You make a mention, a ticket to make you go missing. Undo the sneak dissing. I'm starting to think niggas what planners, you niggas some bitches. Why you niggas run out of money? My niggas gon' get it, cause every day government printing. How you gon' get it? Just send me the ad and my niggas will ship it. A million, 20s and 50s and 100s sitting on the floor, look how I swim in it. Don't wanna get popped, don't open the top, you better move militant. They talking about COVID when I heard the news, I started sipping the
Very talented.
My bad, I forgot to mention. Through the pandemic, we was still running up chicken, whipping that shit in the kitchen. You make a mention, a ticket to make you go missing. Undo the sneak dissing. I'm starting to think niggas what planners, you niggas some bitches. Why you niggas run out of money? My niggas gon' get it, cause every day government printing. How you gon' get it? Just send me the ad and my niggas will ship it. A million, 20s and 50s and 100s sitting on the floor, look how I swim in it. Don't wanna get popped, don't open the top, you better move militant. They talking about COVID when I heard the news, I started sipping the
Rest in peace to Takeoff. Um, I'm gonna start off with this article from Jay Prince because I can't believe how people are not seeing through these people, yo. He had the audacity to call the bloggers media whores when him and his peoples are industry whores. That's like the pot calling the kettle black. But let me read this article. Let me plug in my microphone. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Murmur. You want me to drop the link for you? Let me read this article, y'all. Tell me what y'all think about this. I'm damn sure gonna tell y'all what I think. It says Jay Prince has released a statement in the wake of the death of Takeoff, which occurred in the Rap-A-Lot founder's hometown of Houston. On Thursday, November 3rd, the Texas rap patriarch shared a photo of Takeoff on Instagram along with a lengthy caption about the Migos rapper's murder, offering his condolences to the late Atlanta rhymer's friends and family. The Prince family would like to send our condolences to the family and friends of a beautiful soul at my takeoff, while and takeoff, the statement starts. To the Houstonians and families around the world, this one breaks my heart because Takeoff was a brother, a son, a role model, and a God loving human being. Let's stop right there. So he said Takeoff was a brother, a son, a role model, all those things. So if that was the case, in the video that was circulating on the night of the taking of Takeoff at the event, he was the one in the first uh, uh, um, showing of the film, walking out of there and walking past Takeoff like he never met him. So you get up here and you tell the people this after they looked at that film and saw your son walking right past his body like he never saw him before and leaving Quavo there like he didn't know them? Do you think the people are stupid? That's what I get. Maybe they think people are dumb because they don't even think about the things that they say. Okay. Um the rest of these say? Grief is the price of love. A bill people from across the globe are paying right now as we mourn this loss. I've been knowing Takeoff, Quavo, and Offset for many years, and there has been nothing but mutual love for one another. And that ain't going to ever change where we are concerned. Like he was a stranger. Now, if you listen to this man talking, you would think that they was all family, they all know each other, and that is how your son would treat a family member. See, and then let me finish reading this. Let me finish reading this. He continued, this shouldn't have happened. This shouldn't have ever happened in our city. This shouldn't have been recorded. They care more about it being recorded than Takeoff being laid out on the ground with blood leaking out of his head. They're not saying stop the murders, stop the senseless murders. All they care about is the bloggers putting their business out there with these videos that's being released. They don't give two shits about these people. Just like your statement is just to me the same as when your son walked past Takeoff's dead body on that floor. You ain't no different. I see where he gets his stuff from. And secondly, about your sons. Your sons didn't grow up in the hood. Your sons didn't grow up in the hood. So why are they so busy trying to perpetuate this image that they're mob ties and all? You don't got no mob ties. You was born with a silver spoon in your mouth, J. Prince Jr. You was just involved less than 2 months ago in another incident at a gambling game where Duke the Jeweler lost his life. Rest in peace to Duke the Jeweler. And you up here in this incident, you're caught on camera walking right past somebody that your father is saying is like a son and a brother to him and like your family. Help me understand this. And when y'all do speak on it, y'all don't speak, take more time speaking on people filming these things than you did on the fact that Takeoff got shot in his head and left on the damn ground like a piece of garbage. And your son walked right past them and didn't say shit. Why are they trying to perpetuate some street image? And y'all already have money. Shouldn't he have been off in some college somewhere or building a company or helping you build your record brand? Why is it that every time somebody winds up dead, your sons are there? Your son is there. Your son is involved. That was your son's birthday party. And then your stupid little son, the other stupid one that can't spell. When I was woke, you can't even talk. And your father has all this money. What type of schools did he send you to? Because you can't spell and you can't use adjectives correctly. But yet y'all want to portray these images of being street dudes and gangsters, and you never grew up on the streets, boo. You shouldn't do that. See, that's why mixing the street with the industry was a bad idea. Because these people think because they have money, they automatically have some type of street cred. And y'all got the game all fucked up. All y'all perpetuate is murder and bullshit. And I grew up with a lot of gangsters. And gangsters was not just about murder and bullshit. They murdered when they had to. They wouldn't have murdered somebody because listen, you at a dice game. At the dice game, this is like a protocol for dice games. If somebody loses a whole lot of money like that, you would at least give them the courtesy of letting them win some of their money back. This was highlighted in the movie Harlem Nights. In the first opening scene, the one with no teeth had lost his money and he was mad because they was ending the game. And that's how that whole incident happened, with a dude in the first scene of Harlem Nights Richard Pryor wound up, the little boy shot him or whatever because he was trying to flip on Richard Pryor because he had lost his money and Richard Pryor was ready to shut down the game. This is nothing new. So take so um Quavo is talking to the dude and he says, this is the only thing I heard him say. I heard him say, let me get out of here before I hurt somebody. He didn't say he was going to do anything to anybody. That's another thing. Y'all don't know how to when to use violence and when not. Somebody say something to y'all and y'all be ready to pull out a gun and kill somebody. Okay? That's not being a gangster. That's being reckless and idiotic. You type of niggas is the ones why the mob got the RICO charges. Because you're the loose cannons. You're the reckless ones. You're the ones that bring the wrong type of attention from authorities and other things. This is John Gotti had that type of personality, and that's why they wound up getting rounded up, and there's no more five families in New York City because of reckless behavior like this. That shit ain't gangster. You're more in love with the image, and you're not respecting the game. Because when you respect the game, you learn how to play the game and you learn the rules. And one of the first rules of being a gangster is we only use violence when we have to. But y'all use violence as recreation and to prove shit. Because most of y'all are some sucker ass niggas anyway. Because you can't take a beat down. Y'all don't even know how to take a beat down. And I'm not going to just jump on the young kids because the older people are responsible too. They took out the ones that was bold enough to step to y'all and put y'all in check so that they would be able to teach y'all. Instead of having y'all run around out here with the wrong idea about what being a gangster is. If you're a musician in the industry, you're not no motherfucking gangster. If you grew up with a rich father and a gold spoon in your mouth, you're not a gangster. As is clearly being shown with the murder of Takeoff. Now, I don't know if this was planned or not, but I do know, like I told y'all before, that they start these rituals way before the incident happens. They'll start things that take a week or two. It's a whole ritual, and then they end the ritual by drawing all of us into it, whatever it is that's taking place. Now, let me tell you, Sauce Walker. I like what Sauce Walker said. Okay, but let me show you how these kids don't have no training from their father, who's supposed to be so this and that, known for being respected. You didn't teach your sons nothing. Sauce Walker and Jazz Prince intense Instagram exchange amid Takeoff's death. Houston rapper Sauce Walker and Young Empire Music Group Chief Executive Jay Prince got into a tense Instagram exchange following the death of Migos artist Takeoff. Jazz is the other knucklehead son. He has one knucklehead son named Jay Prince Jr. and another one named Jazz Prince. As per CNN, 28-year-old Takeoff, who gained huge popularity as one-third of the group Migos, died after a shooting at a bowling alley in Houston, Texas in the early hours of Tuesday, November 1st. Fellow celebrities such as Future, 50 Cent, and Chris Brown joined thousands of others in paying tribute to the rapper in social media. Sauce Walker also shared a tribute to Takeoff, but became embroiled in a heated exchange with Jazz Prince on Instagram. On Wednesday, November 2nd, Sauce Walker, who collaborated with Migos on the track Feeling Rich Today, mourned the passing of Takeoff. The Houston rapper shared a string of images featuring Takeoff with the caption, "This one hurt. We all came in this shit together, same time, same dream, regardless of what we have been through." In the tribute, Sauce Walker also offered his condolences to Takeoff's bandmate and Uncle Quavo and said there were no words to describe his tragic loss. Okay, then he went on to say it would have been better if they would have came to Houston and went to see Sauce Walker instead of going to see them. How you call yourself mob ties, right? And you can't control your entourage. You can't control your soldiers. You're not a boss if you can't control your soldiers. And that's to be expected. What's up, Ray? Well, hi, Rachel. That's to be expected that you can't control the soldiers, because you're not from the streets. You're not from the streets, and you around these dudes that's crashing out because they broke. They ain't got no money. But you're not a leader because you're not from the streets. You can't just be a leader of wolves in the streets because you have money. It's way deeper than that. There's a lot more responsibility. And in knowing the streets, you know when it's time to charge something to the game. You know when to draw the line and have a boundary. This little boy, the next one there, the next little selfish one, Jazz Prince, says he woke up in the morning and found out about it. Your brother ain't call you on the phone when he walked past Takeoff's dead body and tell you that Takeoff was dead? These people think we stupid. Am I right, y'all, or am I bugging out? Tell me. These people think that we're stupid. So smoking and say nothing wrong. If somebody's and they always talking about check in. Check in with who? Check in with you. You can't protect me. Nobody respects you. You don't have control of your peoples. First of all, if I invite people to anything involving me, my peoples that's there at the party is not going to be beefing with them out of respect for me. They're not going to come to my birthday party and disrespect my peoples out of respect for me. So what that goes to show me is that these niggas don't respect you. Jay Prince Jr. and the other little knucklehead Silver Spoon one there. These fucking laboratory ass gangster niggas is fucking up the game for everybody. They're ruining everybody's life. I've been drained for the past 2 or 3 days with this Takeoff. Mind you, I ain't even like the Migos. I thought the Migos was a joke. I thought they were some mumble rappers. I was not listening to them. But I went and listened to a clip of I never listened to just Takeoff. I was listening to Offset and Quavo, but I never listened to Takeoff by himself. Takeoff went the hell off on that verse that I put on that freestyle he did in the beginning of this live. He went in. He was very talented. Now, Charleston White said that he knows Takeoff's little brother, Little Migos, knows his manager. And that the manager told him the manager was there at the bowling event. And he said, Takeoff kept drinking from an empty glass. I'm sure y'all heard that. But if y'all didn't, I'm going to play it. Hold on. Let me play this for y'all real quick. This is why I'm saying, like, these things happening to these young men is so confusing because you don't know who's telling the truth.
So I want y'all to listen to this. Hold on.
So what they were shooting? Thousands? Everybody in front of 1,000 pieces, like 20 motherfuckers. I ain't worried about no motherfucking that beat me. I ain't gonna beat me. But let me rob it. That's all they can win. Boy, you and I shooting hard. Man, shit, ain't no motherfucker that gonna beat me, boy, without it them. I already know. So when they get through bowling, they start shooting dice. Right? Yeah. So the Quavo nigga, he's an arrogant little motherfucker. Shit talking little motherfucker. Now actually, he out the word of one of the rap-a-lot niggas. Yeah. You know, on the cool, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm calling, looking at reading this shit and listening to the video. Yeah, it started over a nice game and a fight, altercation went down outside. Oh, that's a goddamn lie. That boy, Charleston, you know how you ever met somebody right before they died and it's like they there, but they ain't there? Yeah. That man was there physically, but spiritually and mentally, he wasn't there. It was his time. Exactly. I want y'all to listen. You know what I'm saying? Say, man, the man is sitting beside my old lady, right? Yeah. The Man, glass is empty. Ain't no alcohol in it. Empty. We counted that boy turned that goddamn glass up 5 consecutive times, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Ain't that in the motherfucker? He kept sipping on the cup like it was something in there. Like it was something in there. He picked up that bottle. He just rolled that bitch and took off. He just, his bottle. Like he wasn't even there, man. Listen, he got the bottle by right. He didn't say nothing to nobody. He didn't bother nobody. He was off to himself, like he wasn't even like he was waiting to go.
I don't think he was waiting to go, y'all. I don't think he was waiting to go. I think he was uncomfortable. He didn't really want to be there. But I guess he wanted to hang out with Quavo. He wanted to come out, make an appearance. It was Jazz Prince Jr.'s birthday. They do, supposedly, according to the daddy, they all have a relationship. It kind of reminds me a lot of Duke the Jeweler. They trusted these people. And all you could say is you come out 2 days later and talk about people recording. But you don't never come out here and tell these kids, I never heard you say stop the killing. I never heard none of y'all say stop the killing. And Gilly the kid too, he comes out here yelling and screaming about recording. I never heard you say stop the killing with that much passion as you did stop recording dead bodies. It's okay if you kill each other, but don't record the body. I'm so sick of these people, y'all. I'm so tired of listening and hearing about these artists being taken out like this. And then I told y'all, I'll be looking at everything. And this is like a blood moon season. This is the Jason months, July, August, September, October, November. And these are the sacrificial months for these people that practice these type of in the industry that have a certain religion that requires sacrifices. It just is what it is, y'all. Now you got this man has a song called 2:30 a.m. His last Instagram post was still breathing. What other coincidence? Didn't he get shot at 2:30 a.m.? What is the chance of that? So it's a part of me that's leaning towards, is this a fake death? Is this a fake death? Are they playing with people's emotions? Are they trying to get energy from us? All these type of things that most of the majority of us don't understand, the tricks these people play. Because I found a picture of all three of them with a witch. And it wasn't Halloween. Some scary looking lady. It's in my community page if y'all want to look at that picture. So what does that say? That says they was mingling with these people that practice these religions in the industry. That says that. The man said that Takeoff was drinking. He pulled up a glass like he was drinking from it, but there was nothing in the glass. Was he high? Was he tripping off some type of pill or something? Or was he nervous because there was a plan that was getting ready to come through? I don't know, y'all. But, you know, if he got caught in a crossfire from his entourage, and Jay Prince and them entourage also was firing because they said he got shot with 2 different guns. There was 2 different types of bullets he got shot with. What are the chances of as many people that was standing around there, the same person getting shot by the 2 different? Who was they aiming for? Who was you aiming for? Why did that turn out to be a shooting? It's not like somebody was threatening somebody to kill them or guns was drawn out first. I don't know, because it's a lot of that you didn't really get to see how that took off. We looking at the film and we trying to decipher it and see what happened. Pick that video apart. But what are the chances of one person getting shot by 2 different guns? He was already falling down when he caught the second shot. So y'all was aiming towards lower than the people standing up. That just don't make sense to me, y'all. Because they said he got shot in the stomach, and he shot, I forgot where else he got shot, y'all. Some say the neck and the stomach. How did that happen in the crossfire if he got shot with the shotgun in the stomach and he was already falling down? How did the other one hit him in the neck? He was aiming towards what? Was it a ricochet? I don't know, y'all. But this story is funny to me. This story is funny to me. And I told y'all, when I saw Diddy with that Joker costume and it went viral, just like when he had on that clown costume a few years ago, and Kim Porter died, my first thought when I saw him with the Joker outfit was, somebody's going to die. And Mercy's in the chat. She could tell you I told her that. I was talking to her all day about it on Halloween. Then, the next morning we found out that Takeoff was dead. Now, they said Quavo is a hothead. Quavo was arguing. And you know what? I understand why Quavo would have been upset. Because you're around your peoples and y'all gambling and you lost that amount of money. Usually, if you lose a lot of money, part of the protocols when you gambling is, especially if you gambling with people that you affiliated with, they'll give you a chance to win back your money. And apparently, they wasn't giving Quavo the chance to win his money back, so he was upset about that. Which is valid, even if he is arrogant. That's a valid reason. That's an argument that has been had in thousands and millions of gambling games. That is okay. It's just two movies that highlighted that. Superfly. There's a scene in the movie Superfly where Superfly went to go talk to his friend. He was gambling and he had won, and the dude was like, "You ain't leaving here with my money. This nigga come and get you, and you got all my money. You just want all my money." So that just goes to show you, like, that is a protocol when gambling. Most gambling movies, they'll show you a scene where somebody wanted to leave after they won, and then a fight ensued or some type of violence went on. Head and torso, Lena. Okay, thank you, Queen. Head and torso. I do know that the first shot he got shot with, he was already falling down to the floor. So I'm just questioning, how did the second shot hit him? That's all. I don't know. But this is not a good look. But what this is showing me exactly who people are. And Whack 100 went off, and I like what Whack said. Let's listen to what Whack said, y'all. I don't rock with Whack, but I like what he said. Hold on. Whack, sometimes he says, nobody's perfect. And sometimes Whack will come out with something and he'll be speaking the truth. And I ain't going to deny that. This time he really spoke the truth. Let me see what he said. So it's Whack, my downloads. Here he is.
White 100 speaks on J. Prince Jr. and says since Takeoff was killed at a private event held by him, this proves that he doesn't have respect in the streets like that. What up, YouTube? This is Getty Radio back at you with another video. I want to give a big salute to all of my supporters and anyone watching this video right now. And if you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, and join the Getty Gang. Why don't you? Let's get to the content. Okay, White 100 and the rest of the stage are speaking on J. Prince Jr. and the way he was acting after Takeoff was shot. He says that he showed Quavo no compassion and walked away as if he didn't give a damn about what was going on with Takeoff in that moment, right? And he also says that they need to stop screaming mob ties, mob ties, mob ties, because they're not a real mob if you can't control your own goons and your...
Those are absolute facts. Absolutely.
People. It gets interesting. I'm going to let y'all get to it. Shout out to Whack 100. Shout out to T Money and Clout Monsters. This is Getty Radio. Let's go.
Come on with the long ass intro, man.
Calling back into my team. I'm calling up top, bro. I know this shit up, man. This is right. I got this. You want us to sit What's happening? But I'm not finna be showing I'm not showing the disregard like that. Now I'm not doing that. That shit look crazy.
Total disregard. They're like, nigga, don't ask me shit about what's going on with nothing, nigga.
He should have walked by that man like if he was. It was.
But I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
y'all looking at that angle though, bro. Y'all gotta look at that angle a little differently, bro. He really was closer to the camera than he was to that man, so it might have looked like he walked over.
No.
You hear this ball licking dude talking, licking all in Jay Prince Jr. behind. Listen.
Oh, bro, he walked right by him to the elevator with whatever.
Yeah, look, all right, that cool, all right. Y'all say he walked by.
Go look
now,
at
look,
it.
I seen it, but look, let me
He
bring
didn't
you up
stop,
to speed.
bro. You see
know
the camera?
I seen it, yeah, but let me bring you up to speed. Y'all know who was down
that
there,
man, bro.
but you know who arms was around helping him though from the camp? His uncle, bro. A lot of people don't know that's his uncle, right?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about none of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Who venue was at that night?
Listen.
Answer the question. Who venue was at that night?
Listen, Wack, when the mob rolled, they all rolled together. You understand me? So if Jazz probably wouldn't even know.
That moved the mob ain't supposed to.
How stupid are these people? How stupid are these people, yo? Do you hear him making excuses for him walking past somebody that his father just said is a family member and a friend and like a son? Listen how he talking like he don't listen.
Nah, listen. Hold on, Wack, listen, because it's multiple layers in this. It ain't just one nigga that be out in the mall doing what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
you got Junior. All right, now listen. Now this Junior party right now. Imagine, Wack, you with your niggas, bro, and you don't have your niggas come out, bro. Y'all having a good time. This is a fucking private event. First of all, niggas shouldn't even have no tool. It shouldn't even been no type of scuffle in here.
First of all, the only people that was allowed to bring guns in there for what people are saying allegedly is Rap-A-Lot. Is the dudes that was with Jazz Prince and Jay Prince Jr. So how could that be friendly fire? They're saying. If I don't know, did they let them come in with their guns too? I don't know, but let's go with this now.
You know what I'm saying? This shit really should have been a family love event on some G shit.
Okay,
but now
you saying that come from Atlanta. That come from.
Hey, but look, nah. Listen, what I'm saying is, bro, y'all gotta understand the nigga is in pain, bro. Migos don't come out here and with this nigga at they ranch, bro.
Who in pain?
It's the Junior, nigga. Y'all think nigga man? Bro, listen, bro. It's different.
He said Junior's in pain. Did y'all see the video where Junior walked right past him? Like, I couldn't even walk past a stranger like that. Like he was going to the store like it was a regular day. He said that Jay Prince Jr. was in pain. He wasn't in pain. He was trying to get his ass out of there. He could care less. And the words out of his mouth was, "Don't ask me no motherfucking questions." Do that seem like somebody that was in pain? Let me let y'all finish listening to this.
Bro, listen, bro. Y'all want him to answer some groupie just talking about what happened, bro. It's a talking about what happened
with that man.
Bro, listen, with that video all of 30 seconds, we don't know what the fuck happened before that. He probably was over there with his uncle. His uncle literally on the ground trying to help this nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, what I'm saying is that the nigga probably was fucked up, bro. His uncle was steady laying there with his uncle right there.
What you think Quavo is?
We know Quavo fucked up. That ain't nothing to be asked.
Okay, so why wouldn't you sit right there with this man, making sure nothing else happened, and that this man is alright, bro?
Wait, that shit was over with. Ain't nothing about to happen. Everybody gone. It looked like nobody from Migos camp was even there no more, bro. But Quavo, nobody from Migos camp but Quavo. It don't matter, nigga. They was there.
Like that.
Nigga, why not? Y'all from Atlanta with these. You gonna leave your partner on the ground wet? You ain't leaving none of your niggas there after that.
Oh God, I can't with these dudes. They so fucking dumb. This nigga said, "Why not? Y'all from Atlanta. What the fuck difference do it make? If that's supposed to be your people's family, then y'all all family for the night. Even if you never see each other again." It was times where we would leave our borough of Brooklyn, and go to another borough and party. And even if another section, another hood in Brooklyn was beefing, if we was both there and we was in another borough, for that day, it was no beef. These niggas don't know how to pick and choose their battles. He's over here sucking on this little boy's swallowing cum. This is disgusting. These are the dudes that's claiming to be gangsters. This is where the rules of being in the streets was so important. Certain codes and shit like that. Because these niggas don't know what the hell they talking about. And they don't know what the hell they doing. They just a bunch of little kids with money with guns. When I was looking at the video of Takeoff, Quavo in the car, when they was leaving to go to the bowling alley or whatever, I said, look at these little baby ass niggas. They don't know what the hell they doing. Anyway, y'all, I don't think that J. Prince Sr., what he said, the father, was sufficient enough. You need to get your sons and check them, because in less than 2 months, two good people at that was handling their business and not bothering nobody, wound up dead in the company of your son, involved in some type of way your son's people. So how much respect do y'all have? You couldn't protect Duke Tachula. You couldn't protect Takeoff, a major superstar. And then he walked out on camera and left him on the ground with blood leaking from his head, and left Quavo there like he didn't even know them. Your kids are not from the streets. You, as a father, you shouldn't even have your children involved in stuff like that. They should have been lawyers or executives or something. They don't have to experience this lifestyle. Didn't he just get beat up by Trey Songz? Didn't Trey Songz just beat your son's ass? Trey Songz is an R&B singer. Your son is not cut out for the streets. And your son is fucking up the game with this mob ties bullshit. It's already enough going on with these gangs and stuff. But your son is corrupting the industry, and these kids that want to get up there and make a living for themselves and be superstars with their talents, with your little stupid son who don't even belong there, and bringing along these gangsters, and he don't have no control over them because they don't respect him, because they know he ain't a gangster. They just around him because he's affiliated with you and the money. And this man is dead now. He can't come back. And the most thing you talked about in your little speech, your little Instagram post, was people recording the bodies. If that was your son, I don't know if you would have been more concentrating on people recording the bodies than the fact that somebody shot your son to death at an event. And he got killed at your son's event, under your son's watch. And you're going to call social media people, bloggers and stuff, call them media whores? Well, you and your sons are industry whores. Take that. All y'all industry fathers and shit, y'all need to get y'all motherfucking kids. I don't even understand why y'all exposing them to that type of lifestyle anyway. Didn't you bust your ass and suck dick or whatever it is you had to do to get where you was at so that you could take them away from that? So why are you perpetuating that to the rest of the kids in the audience and putting your kids in that position? That don't make sense to me. Your kids are not gangster. You need to get your kids out of there or put them in check. Because 2 people died under their watch. 2 good people. 2 people that was about their business and was going somewhere in their life. And now they don't have no life. They ain't breathing no more. Anyway, I just want to address what J. Prince came out and said. Because that shit is some bullshit to me. I don't know what it is to y'all, but it's bullshit to me. I'm tired of them spewing this bullshit and everybody just rolling, wrapping their lips all around their balls. They ain't saying shit to y'all. They don't give a fuck about none of you. Just the way they didn't give a fuck about Takeoff, who's supposed to be their friend, who is in their circles, who the father called like a son and a brother and a family member and left him there laying with blood leaking from his fucking head. Pay attention. I'm out of here, y'all. I'll come back if I hear anything else. I think I heard something else too. Yeah. When Source Walker said something to the little son, Jazz Prince. When he said, he didn't say nothing to him, but he said that the Migos, when they came out there, they should have been with him and his entourage, because I guess he's saying we would have protected y'all. That would have never happened under our watch. And the son comes and answers Source Walker. In the midst of all of this, Offset is dead. In the midst, he comes out and said, "It's up." It's up for what? It's up for what? Because he spoke the truth. You and your brother can't protect nobody. That is obvious. 2 people already lost their lives in less than 2 months under the tutelage of mob ties or whatever the fuck they call themselves. So Source Walker is telling the truth. You need to send your little flunkies home, and you and your brother need to go enroll in some Ivy League school or something, or go do something with your daddy's money and get the fuck away from these kids that's trying to do something with themselves. Peace and love. I'm out, mama.